A shockwave was sent throughout the entire MMA and boxing world today. And the reverberations of this shockwave could possibly affect the entire 2018 combat sports calendar. Or at least that's what Floyd Mayweather wanted to happen. Cause I'm getting ready to show you something that Floyd Mayweather dropped today that is just menacing and intimidating. Make sure you look at his face. Look at his face. Now, if you are a fan of Conor McGregor, what I'm getting ready to show you is so intimidating. What I need you to do is get close to a seat, because when you see this, you just might want to pass out. You need to be sitting down. And if you're a Floyd Money Mayweather fan, you need to get close to a seat too, because excitement, thrills, and chills are getting ready to overtake your body and you might pass out. So right now we're gonna play this short clip for you and then we're gonna talk about it. But I need you guys to see it first. That way as we discuss it, it can be fresh on your mind. So take a deep breath, because here it comes in 3, 2, 1.
2018. Floyd Money Mayweather, MMA. What are the odds, Patty? What are the odds?
You saw it. Stop acting like you're not scared. You know you're scared. Floyd Money Mayweather stepping into the MMA octagon ready for work. In the MMA shorts, no shoes. Didn't have his gloves. Would have been a lot better with the MMA gloves, but still, Floyd was there. What does this mean? Is Floyd Mayweather actually gonna step into the octagon and fight Conor McGregor in 2018? Could be. Or is Floyd Mayweather just trolling all of us? Could be. Or is there another reason? So y'all know we gotta talk about it. Today's video, Floyd Mayweather enters the MMA octagon. UFC 2018? Y'all know what it is. Amazing Eric Sports. Let's go, man. Amazing Eric Sports. Sports and laughs, it's all love. Ow! What is up, all my fellow combat sports fans? It's your boy Eric, and you are now tuned into another episode of the Amazing Eric Sports Show. You know I had to give you a little something in the intro. You know I like to keep you guys entertained. Are you not entertained? Okay, let's talk about Floyd Money Mayweather going to Instagram today to drop that bit of a teaser that I just shared with you guys. Now, the way I see this is, there are 3 things that could possibly be happening here. 3 possible scenarios. So what we've done is we've worked up these 3 possible scenarios. We want to share them with you and we want to discuss them with you today. Scenario number 1 will be, Floyd Mayweather is actually going to the UFC to fight Conor McGregor. Scenario number 2 will be, Floyd Mayweather is just trolling all of us. Scenario number 3 is going to be kept a secret until you get to that part of the video, because I haven't heard anyone else say this yet, and I want you to hear it live and be surprised when we get there. Okay, let's jump right into it. Scenario number 1. Floyd Mayweather will actually climb into a cage and fight Conor McGregor in the UFC. Now, if I'm being honest with you, if I had to rate the probability of all 3 of these scenarios happening, I would rate this one number 3. In other words, this is the one that is least likely to be the case in my point of view. I'm not saying I'm right about that. I'm just saying in my opinion. Because if you look at it, Floyd Money Mayweather, one of the smartest, if not the smartest. As a matter of fact, forget it. I'm going to say he is TBE of business. That's one thing for sure. Floyd Mayweather is TBE of business. This man has been so smart outside of the ring, promoting himself, the moves he's made, fighting the fighters that he's fought at the time he fought them at, when they were the most lucrative, when he could cash in and get the most money. This man has been a genius at that. So it's hard for me to really see, at 40 years old, 41 years old, Floyd Mayweather climbing into an octagon, allowing Conor McGregor to do things to him that we've probably never seen anyone do to him before. If Floyd goes into the octagon at 41 years old with no martial arts background and all of these other things open up, I feel like the advantage is bigger there for Conor than it was for Mayweather in the boxing ring. And we all saw that Mayweather clearly had the advantage in the boxing ring. Let me give you a very quick example of what I'm talking about. Now, this is nowhere near the level of Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor professional stuff, but I have done boxing training and been in the ring sparring at the gym with the guys in the boxing gym. There was a friend of mine who would always be there. Every time we would get into the ring and spar, I would eat him up, beat him very easy, bust him up. He would always tell me, because he had an MMA background, hey, I want you to come train with me in the octagon. I want you to do some stuff like that. So he keeps inviting me over to this MMA gym where they have a cage. And I'm knowing two things all along. First, he just wants some get back. Second, he has a background in martial arts and I don't. But since my background was boxing and I handled him so easy in the boxing ring, that's my dude, but it was easy work. I told myself, hey man, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Look at my picture right here. This is me. No fear. No fear. I went over to the MMA gym, got inside the cage, and my only stipulation was I still want to wear boxing gloves. So they let us wear boxing gloves. I felt comfortable. It was a cage. It was different, but I'm like, man, this is hand-to-hand combat. I'm just going to use my jab, keep my distance, work him like I always do. And then they said go. And when they said go, let me tell you this. He kicked me in my leg as soon as it started. Never been kicked in the leg like that before. He kicked me on the left side of my leg, a little bit above my knee, and it sounded like this. Plack. And when he kicked me, my whole left side started to hurt, and I said I quit. What I'm trying to say is these are two different sports. I could just picture the moment that Floyd at 41 years old catches that kick right on his thigh. Plack. I can't see Floyd Mayweather allowing us to all view that moment with millions and millions of people watching. So that's why I say scenario number one is my least likely to happen. Okay, scenario number two, Floyd Mayweather is just trolling all of us. Now, if I'm being 100% honest, this is my number one most likely scenario on the list. This is the one I believe to be true. I believe Floyd Mayweather is simply trolling right now. And to give you a perfect example of this, let's go back to Floyd Mayweather's Instagram page. Pull it up for me, please. Thank you. Look at this post right here. This post was actually made a few days before he made the MMA fighting post that he just put out today. This one was from like 4 days ago. Look at this. This is a picture of Floyd Mayweather showing us one of his many $100 million checks. Now, before we get into this part, I want to say this to the Floyd Mayweather fans, because I got love for y'all. I got love for you Mayweather fans, but you guys can be real sensitive sometimes. Very, very sensitive. So let me say this, because you always you're jealous of Floyd. You just wish you had a $100 million check. I absolutely wish I had a $100 million check. I would love to have the type of money that Floyd Mayweather has. As a matter of fact, Floyd, if you were listening to this yourself, you don't even have to give me 100. If you got 100 million on this check right here, you can knock off one and just give me one. So no hating on Floyd. He is a brilliant businessman, so there is no hate here for Floyd. So remember that, not hating on Floyd. I'm just going by what's right here on Instagram. So let's read this really quick. Floyd says here in this post, some say there's a difference between being smart and intelligent. Everyone knows that common sense isn't so common, but when it comes to being wise beyond years, it's proven. I've got the Midas touch. It's simple math. Being 50 and 0 lets you know I read, all caps, my opponents as clear as you can read, all caps again, this $100 million check. I stay getting checks like this. I will always have the last laugh. Now we know he did the read in all caps because that is him clapping back at the people who are saying he can't read. Now when people say he's illiterate and he can't read, I just think that's a joke, because there's so many videos out of him reading. Is he the best reader in the world? No, but this video proof of him reading. He can read, he's just not, the best reader. But the point here is, if you look at this Instagram post, it shows you what is important to Floyd. What is important to Floyd is what people perceive him as, what we see him as, letting us know that he's still got money, that he's still relevant, that he's still balling. This seems to be very important to Floyd Money Mayweather. So that's why I feel like maybe it was just fading off. Maybe people were not talking about him enough, and he said, hey, let's just troll the whole world now, because when I make this, they're going to start talking about me again. I'm going to show them my $1 million checks. I'm going to put out a little video for me in the MMA. The name Floyd Money Mayweather will once again be on everybody's lips. I feel that it's very important to Floyd. Becoming yesterday's news is something Floyd Mayweather does not seem to want to do. Now, the third and final scenario, the secret one, the one I said you have to wait to the end for because I haven't heard anybody say this yet. Now, remember this, at the time of me recording this video, I have not seen or heard this anywhere else. So if it's a video that makes it out before this one, you don't have to come to the comment section and say, no, there's a video with a post stamp of a post date before your video. You copied. No, I promise you I haven't heard this anywhere else at the time of me recording this video. Now, this third scenario that we're going to break down here, you have to know a little backstory first. Floyd Mayweather is great at separating his emotions from his business. A lot of boxers, a lot of fighters, a lot of people in the world, it is hard for us to separate our emotions from our business. People can talk about Floyd. People can say he can't read. People walked around for 5 years telling this man he was scared of Manny Pacquiao, and he didn't fight Manny Pacquiao until he was ready to. That lets you know Floyd Mayweather is very good. I actually admire that in him. He can separate his emotions from his business. But if there is one person over all these years that has always been able to rub Floyd Mayweather the wrong way, that he genuinely dislikes, it is this guy, Oscar De La Hoya. Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya absolutely hate each other. Now, this third scenario I'm going to share with you is all about Oscar De La Hoya, because if we look at last year, 2017, what did Floyd Mayweather do to Oscar De La Hoya in Oscar De La Hoya's biggest moment as a promoter without Floyd Mayweather being attached to him? Everybody knew Canelo Alvarez and Triple G, that was Oscar De La Hoya's shining moment that he had been building to for 2 years. That was the biggest possible fight he could put on. Floyd goes and fights Conor weeks before his fight, taking pretty much all of the attention away from Oscar and outselling him on pay-per-view, embarrassing him once again. Floyd Mayweather would do anything to get at Oscar De La Hoya and get under Oscar De La Hoya's skin. And think about it, Floyd decided to drop this video today. What other news just started really trending today? Oh yeah, that's right, Oscar De La Hoya just announced a rematch between Canelo Alvarez and Triple G. So on the first day that everybody's supposed to be booming and talking and buzzing and having a lot of talk, making a lot of uploads, magazine writers, articles, talking about the rematch between Triple G and Canelo, Floyd goes and does this, and now people are talking about him. So the third scenario is Floyd Mayweather is actually trolling Oscar De La Hoya. This ranks number 2 on my list of probable reasons why Floyd chose today to drop this video on Instagram. I think this one actually goes along with the previous one. Floyd Mayweather's trolling everybody. Oscar De La Hoya is included in that. But don't think for 1 minute that Floyd Mayweather won't take any opportunity he can to throw some salt and to throw some water on whatever fire Oscar De La Hoya think he has built. Okay, you get in the comment section, let me know what you think it is. Do you think it's number 1? Do you think Floyd's going to fight Conor in the ring? Do you think it's number 2? Do you think Floyd is just trolling all of us? Do you think it's number 3? Floyd is actually trolling De La Hoya? Get in the comment section, let your boy know. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, on the way out the door, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Okay, until the next one, it's your boy E, aka Amazing Eric. Thank you guys for watching the show. Until the next one, peace.